Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate how to make this really simple Christmas tree garland. Now you don't need to necessarily put it on a tree. There's so many things that you can use this garland on in your home. So let's get started. The amount of fabric you will need really depends on how long you want to make this garland. So it's very hard for me to give you an estimate on that amount of fabric. I really suggest you go through that scrap pile first. Now it doesn't necessarily need to be Christmas print fabric. You can use other greens and reds out there that are not specifically with a Christmas print on it. Throw some whites in there, or even yellows and blues if you want to make it longer. This is the twine, or this jute that I am using. I bought mine at Walmart. It was in the craft section of their store. Not all Walmarts have a craft section. You can also go to Michael's Crafts, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. There's a variety of places. You can probably even go to a hardware store and find something that's very similar to this. Before you get started, I recommend you put a knot at the end of your rope, and then when you're done with your garland, tie a knot at the other end. This is so that the strips of fabric will not fall off. Now the length that I'm cutting mine is about 8 inches. Again, you can cut it any length that you want. And I like to layer my fabrics so that way I can cut a lot. Now if they're not perfectly cut, it doesn't matter, because believe me, in this garland no one will notice if it's a sloppy cut. So what I've done is I've layered these two fabrics together, and I've put it just past one of the lines on this little cutting mat here. So now what I'm going to do is put my ruler right on this line here, and I'm just going to cut this edge straight right along here. Then I'm going to move my ruler over anywhere from 1.5 to 2 inches. I'm going to go for the 2 inches, put it on this line. Now remember, if it's a sloppy cut, don't worry about it. And then I'm going to go over one more time and do one more cut, because I still have enough fabric over here to cut. Now I'm just going to turn this. This is one of those mats that just is a little turntable. So now I want to cut it 8 inches long or longer. Remember, if I were you, I'd make a few samples, tie it on your rope, and see if you like the length. And then cut one end straight, and now I'm going to go all the way down to about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here is 8. And again, don't worry if it's sloppy. It's supposed to look sloppy. Now, if you want to make the little dovetail, that's where it's pointed. I'm going to take just a few of these, because if you have too many in your stack at the same time, it really turns out bad. But that's okay. It can be sloppy. So I'm going to cut a little dovetail. So I'm going to cut from this corner here in, and I'm going to go down anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And so again, it's coming from the corner. Make sure you keep your fingers out of the way as best you can, and just cut. And so you would go to both ends, and that's how you do a dovetail. I'm also using ribbon, and you can use ribbon that is anywhere from 1/8 of an inch wide, 1/4 of an inch, or even 1/2 inch if you like. And use any colors. You can use plain colors or maybe some metallics, golds. I've got white, green, and red. So you want to lay your fabrics out in the order you want them to be in. I will usually put a strip of ribbon on after I've tied on 3 or 4 of the fabric strips. So fold raw edge to raw edge, and I just finger press a little bit in the middle. Now take the raw edge to the folded edge, and again finger press it in the middle a little bit. Place the rope on top And then all you need to do is tie it one time. And try to get it centered if possible. Remember, it's okay if it's a little sloppy. It's supposed to look that way. So once you tie on 3 or 4, then take one of your ribbons and then tie it on just one time. So here's what it looks like when it's done. Now remember, you can cut your strips longer if you want them to look more floppy. You can use any color, maybe some short, some long, and don't forget that extra scrap ribbon. If you want to, you can even tie little string on there to help fill it in. Then after you've got your garland done, what you want to do is every few inches or so is twist the fabric so that it's all going in different directions, because you'll find as you're tying it, it's all looking the same, and you want it to look just topsy-turvy. There's no rhyme or reason to how anything is. And after you've done that, you just hang it up. This is one of those projects that the whole family can do. It's great for kids, although I wouldn't give a rotary cutter to a child. Maybe get an older child or adult to cut the fabric and then let the little ones tie it on. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you learned something new. I hope I've given you some ideas of simple little decorations you can make out of your scrap fabric. Now, if you're interested in other projects that you can make for Christmas season, check below your YouTube screen in the description section. So scroll down till you see the word more. Click on that word and it will expand open and you will see the links appearing. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and make sure you check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.